Hey guys, welcome back to another Tressa's Collectibles box opening. Sitting in the driver's seat today is not Randall, but it's me, Chairman Simu, back for one of my favorite sets in Weiss Schwarz, which is Revue Starlight. I did the opening for the set 2, which featured stuff from the game, Relive. This is the movie set for the movie, which the movie is amazing. If you guys haven't watched the movie or haven't watched Revue Starlight at all, I really recommend this show. It's just really a lot of fun, very artistic. So we're back with the original cast from the first Revue Starlight set way back in like 2019 in English, I think. It's been a while. But yeah, we're back with those beloved characters. And this movie set is pretty recent in JP. This was released last year, so this is actually probably the first relevant Revue Starlight cards to the current metagame. It is still a little late. We got this in JP way before stuff like Hololive 2, so it is just like one step out of touch with the meta, but it is definitely modernized. Like all the combos here are really good, can definitely upgrade your deck. So I'm really excited to open this product, and yeah, let's get right into it. But first, let's show off the really beautiful stitched edge mat. So the stitched edge mats are, I believe they are one per box. Oh, one per case, sorry, not box. Wow, that would be crazy. It's one per case, but it is very nice, has the border on the side, and features all the girls with a pretty nice artistic picture frame kind of effect. And for the box ratios themselves, each box will contain 2 foils, and each case will contain 3 SPs. And there is secret rare in this set, and that will replace one of your SPs. So you either get 3 SPs or 2 SPs and 1 secret. And instead of triple rare, there is a special rarity, which I believe is called the Spectacle Rare. It is for the climaxes. So usually there's triple rare climaxes. This is like a special rarity. It has like a cool border with like a stamp. I've never seen one in real life, so hopefully we can pull one of those and I get to check that out. But all right, let's get right on to it. Oh, this is... So Revue Starlight for the third set, because it is featuring the same characters as the first set, it does offer a lot of support for some of the packages and decks and cards from that first set. Now, there's a lot of them. I think there's like 12 legacy support, as we call it. And I don't really want to go over all of those packages in this box opening, because it's just going to take too long. There is a video I did for the channel about cards to pick up from previous sets in preparation for this set, and that video does cover every single legacy support and all their interactions and stuff like that. So I will just refer to that video. I'll mention the cards when they come up, but I won't talk about the interactions. You can check that video out to get the further details. All right, this is the promo from the first box. It is Pop-Up Stage Girl Dai Banana. So the promos for these boxes are like these, I don't even know how to describe these. These are like cardboard or like construction paper drawings of the girls. It's featured in like the movie, I think Mahiru's stage features all of them with like these like construction paper .I designs. These are also the same as the Tournament Assist PR packs. Those come foil, these come non-foil. So if your shop does have the Tournament Assist packs that come with boxes of Revue Starlight, you'll be able to get these in foil. I believe all these are also reprints of different cards, either from this set or from previous sets. I'm not 100% sure, but all the effects are reprints in, I believe, different colors. So this one is just a level 2 anti-overlevel stock bomb. So yeah, nothing too special there. All right, let's get right to it. I don't know how to set this up. I don't usually do this. I guess we'll just put the box off the mat, and then we'll just have all the cards on the mat. I think that makes sense. All right. So let's see here. All right, so this is part of the gold medal package. Let's see if we can find some of the other cards. Oh, already first pack we got an SR. This is the Our Future Destination Karuku Hanayagi. So I love the SR art, by the way, in this set, because it is like the it's like the ending theme. They have like a different art style, and the foiling pattern has like this what is that called? It's like the it's called a fresco or something. It's like the wall where it has like the almost like a crosshatch, like the art canvas the texture, it looks really cool in person. I've actually never seen one of these in person. So the effect is you cannot play events or backup from your hand, and when it reverses a battle opponent, you can put that character into your opponent's stock, and then they pay out the bottom card of their stock. So they go stock neutral. It basically hard removes it. It's very reminiscent of, actually, is this just exactly the effect of the slime yellow card? I think this is actually word for word the same effect. So it's very playable. That slime deck can really abuse this at level 0, and same thing for Revue. Revue has a lot of level 0 powerful cards, especially with the movie set. Movie gave a lot of support to that, so really exciting to look at that. And we got the foil and the regular base rarity version in the same pack. That is pretty funny. So that's what the regular art looks like. That's what the SR art looks like. All right, this event, I will talk about it, and I think nothing here that's too exciting. Okay, so this Karuko is one of the cards that is legacy support for a 3/2 Futaba. It's like the My Own Shine Futaba Isurugi. I do want to mention this one specifically because the first effect is really interesting. When you play it from hand to stage, you can either search your deck or your waiting room for the 3/2 Futaba and send that card to memory. So usually these effects that send a card, a name card to memory, usually it can only check the waiting room. This is one of the few, if not the only one that I can really think about, that searches your deck for the card and then puts it to memory. That's actually a really, really powerful effect, especially in first deck, because you basically get rid of a level 3 from your deck that like otherwise you could have drawn and it would have been like a dead card. You just get to search it out of your deck and like compress that way. So this is actually a really, really strong effect. I've seen this played in like a small package just to have some extra deck thin on top of like a good utility card, because it's also a drop salvage. So I think this card is actually really, really strong. And then this Soul Revue event is really interesting. It's you can tap 2 of your standing characters to look at up to top 5 cards of your deck, choose a card with a soul trigger, reveal it and add it to your hand. Now the rest go to the rest go to waiting room, and then you can scry one. So check top deck, top or bottom. Interesting thing about this card is that it can grab any card that has a soul trigger, not just characters. So this does help you grab climaxes that have soul triggers. So a lot of the pants decks, standby decks, and the 2 soul deck can really use this event to good use. So that's one of the more interesting and powerful events in this set. Yeah, this set has I think has like 3 events, and they're all pretty unique in their own way. There's all like good use cases for the events. So, all right, this is the Mahiru combo. This has legacy support for the Kuro Maya combo from set 1. This is also legacy support. So as you can see, like there's just every other card is just legacy support. So if I had to talk about all of them, it would just take too long. This is another event. I kind of want to talk about that one. That one's really fun. And then this Karin is you can early play it if your opponent has a level 3 or higher character, and when it's played, it gets 4,500 power cross turn, and then both players can't play backup. So it's like really similar to what's like Shirogane and Rudy, right? And the fact that you can play it when your opponent has a level 3, it basically allows you to really contest the board at level 2. Very strong card. All right, the Mahiru combo is on a gold bar. It references the event, so it is able to add the event from the top of the card of the deck, and it also has an accelerate to spawn a level 0 or lower from your waiting room. So this card is actually really strong because it gives you 2 advantage effects in one card. However, both of the advantage is like a little weak because like it's like a top check and then like a level 0 spawn. So, but it is a very interesting combo. It's like a double advantage combo. Usually those are quite good. I feel like Mahiru is kind of underexplored. It would be interesting to play around with her more. And then the Ripe Tomato event is really cool because it gives one of your characters an ability, which is when it attacks, it can look at up to 2 cards on top of the deck, choose one, leave it on top, and the rest go to waiting room. So it allows you to stack the top card of your deck for the trigger. And because you're giving a character the ability, Revue does have various ways to restand certain characters. So this actually does have synergy with that, where you can give a character that restands the top check effect, and then as they keep attacking, they keep getting the ability to confirm their triggers. So yeah, cool event. Very neat. All right, let's stack the rares here. All right, let's see here. Anything exciting? This is the what's the profile that people call it? Cart Titan is pretty common. So this is like when you play it, you can put top 3 cards of your deck into your waiting room. If there's a climax, you can send one of the level 3 or lower characters in your opponent's front row to waiting room. And then it's also a clock bomb. So it's like very similar to Card Titan. It's good that we got this in this set. Good removal. Climax Swap. It's kind of funny how the Climax Swap in this set is green, whereas the Climax Swap in Relive was also green. So it's like we actually didn't get like a new color for the Climax Swap. There is a PR that's red, and then there's like a new PR in JP that's blue. But those are kind of hard to get. So it's a little unfortunate that it's green, so like we don't get it in a better color. But oh well, it sometimes be like that. Okay. Let's see. 2K. Oh, this is like again a legacy support counter. I don't think I see a lot of people play that because I think the legacy support for this one is the Kaoruko Brainstorm. There's a lot of other really good Brainstorms in this current set that a lot of people are not playing the Kaoruko Brainstorm anymore. Okay. So this one is at the start of your opponent's draw phase, you can put the top 2 cards of your deck into the waiting room. If there's level 2, this can bounce back to your hand. So it's very similar to like the Iroha from Hololive Set 2, which is a really strong card. However, the Iroha does have an additional effect that is an on-play effect that gives you power and additional top check information. The Juna doesn't have that second effect, so it's not as good to bounce it back because you don't actually get like a double dip on some kind of on-play effect. But it's still good for advantage, right? So that's not bad. All right. Oh, nice. We got our first double rare. This is the Futaba double rare. I really like this card. And actually, we will talk about basically all of these cards because these are all really nice. So the Futaba double rare is if you have 5 or more hand, it gets 2,000 power and is a free runner. So it can run anywhere in front row and basically always 3,000 power as long as you have a decent amount of hand. And this basically competes with the Yachio runner from Relive as like a really big runner. I think the advantages to Futaba Runner is that it's like a way better turn 1 play. It's basically impossible to answer Futaba Runner if you play it going first because the odds that your opponent has a way to answer 2 lanes is a lot higher than the odds that your opponent has a way to answer all 3 lanes with high power. Azure Lane's not out yet, so I can still say that. So Futaba is really good turn 1 play. But it is weaker if you're going second or if you're doing it turn 2 because it does have less power, so it's not able to challenge your opponent's 3-5 beaters or 3-5 runners, right? But it is also red, and I think having it in red is really good. So I really like Futaba Runner a lot. I think it's a very strong option. This 3-1 event is really strong. Oh man, I really like this event. They have this kind of effect in Nanoha without the second effect, and I think I just really like 3-1 events that do this. So you give one of your characters 3,000 power, and then you can either burn one, or you can salvage the I Am Reborn Climax, which I believe we just got it right here. It's this one. It's the Door, I Am Reborn Climax. And this Door is a Climax combo with the 2-1 Karin, and also the 3-1 Hikari, and the 3-2 Hikari, and the 3-2 Karin. So I really like this because like if you have the Climax, then you can just use the burn one, and if you don't have the Climax, you can just grab the Climax. So this is just a really strong package. Yeah, the event is really, really good. And then this last Maya, it's a level 2 killer. So when it attacks a level 2, it gets 6,000 power. And it also has an on-play effect that you can reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Revue character, you can give one of your characters, including itself, one of your characters 2,000 power. So if it powers all itself, it will attack a level 2 for 11,500, which easily, contest an Alice. But in the situation where you don't need it to contest something like an Alice, then you can give the 2,000 power to something else and help that lane win. So really nice, flexible utility. Yeah, just a really good card. All right. Still a foil that we haven't opened yet, so hopefully we can get there. I would like to go a little faster. I feel like I'm talking about every single card because, I mean, it's really exciting to see Revue cards that are actually good and we're talking about, in English. All right, so this Futaba is part of the standby combo. I don't know if we pulled a standby. It is the new standby combo at level 1, and this combo is actually quite strong. The combo allows you to, we haven't pulled a standby yet, but when you attack, you can discard a card and send the standby from stage to waiting room to search your deck for up to 2 Revue characters, add them to your hand. So it's really strong because it is a search 2, and searching on Climax combos at level 1 is just really, really good. And the fact that it also removes the standby from the stage means that you can safely, like, if you have 3 cards left in deck and they're all targets, you can safely send the standby to waiting room, search 2 cards, trigger your last card, and like your climax is going back in. So that is really strong. I think the one issue with the Futaba combo is that because it's on a standby, you're not pushing as much damage on your level 1 turn, which is basically the issue of like all standby decks. But like for a standby level 1 combo, Futaba is like really good. It's like one of the best, if not like cream of the crop standby combo. The fact that it discards a card from your hand as part of the combo isn't even a downside, because you can discard a standby target, and then when you trigger a standby like afterwards, right, then you can standby out the target. So even if you don't have the target in your waiting room, if you have it in your hand, you can get it, right? I guess if it was search and then discard, it would be even more busted, because then you could search a standby target, then discard it. But you know, that would be almost too crazy, actually. All right, this Maya. Oh, nice. We got the Mahiro Riki. So we finally got a search deck Riki, and that's all really this is. It gets like 1,000 power if you have 3 or less stock, so it does attack for a decent amount. But then it's just a way to search your deck with the Riki. So really, really good. And then okay, yeah. Oh wow, let's talk about all this. Oh man, there's so much stuff to talk about here. Okay, so let's start with the Futaba is the easy one to talk about. This is just a 2/2 6/5 with hand encore, with Revue Encore, so it gets additional 500 power because it's not hand encore, and it gets 1,000 for each of your other Revue characters. So pretty standard, like 10/5 with hand encore, just good standby target. This 2/1 Maya is really interesting. So it's in a level assist 500 for each level, and then you can pay 3, rest it to choose up to one of your Brave Readiness Maya Tendos, which is the 3/2 Maya from set 1. You can choose one in your hand and you can summon it, basically ignoring the summoning cost and condition, right? So you can do it as whatever level and you don't have to pay the cost because you pay 3 for her act effect. And now the Maya, specifically when you play her from hand, you can pay an additional 1 stock to summon the Claudine from your waiting room. And then that Maya Claudine combo, I believe the Claudine also like top checks 3. She has some kind of effect when she gets summoned from hand or waiting room. And then the combo, the Maya heals, and then the Claudine restands another character. So the powerful thing about this 2/1 card isn't that you can get that combo out at level 2, is that you can get that combo out at level 1. Because if you standby out the Maya, this 2/1 Maya at level 1, and you're still at level 1, the next turn, if you have 4 stock, you can rest it, pay 3, summon the Maya, and then pay 1, summon the Claudine. Now you have both Maya, Claudine, and the level support. And if you have the climax, then you can start healing at level 1. You probably won't do the restand at level 1 because it's just so much. That's like way too expensive, right, for this package. But you can definitely get the heal, which is really cool. So yeah, that's kind of like the dream with like standby and then the old Maya Claudine deck. The problem in like modern Weiss is that a lot of decks have ways to remove level 3s at level 1. There's a lot of like level 1 Adachi effects, like anti-over level effects. A lot of like counters that are like anti-change counters are available at level 1. Like for example, Attack on Titan has the 1/0. I cannot remember her name, but it's the green counter. And so Hanji, yeah. So like it's not as busted as it would have been like maybe like 3 years ago, but it is really cool to get it off. So it's kind of like the new Maya Claudine dream. All right, and then this combo. This Claudine combo. This is not the climax combo. Let's save this until we get the climax combo. Then we've got the climax. We just need to find the 1/0 other Claudine. I guess it'd be easier to talk about it once we have all those cards. All right, so let's see here. A lot of duplicate cards. Let's see if we can find something that is interesting to talk about. Okay, we got our stock swap, which is really nice. This is just generically good stock swap. Did we find the run Hikari Kagura? So this one is like an early summon event for a Hikari. Oh, we do have it. Okay, so we can talk about this one. So this is part of the Hikari Mahiru package, right? So Hikari and Mahiru, they have like this moment in the movie where they kind of talk about their relationship with Karin, because it's kind of like this this triangle relationship, right? And so there is like support for like Hikari and Mahiru together, which is kind of unique. because the event is blue and it summons out the event is green and it summons out a blue character. So the idea is that you can use this 2/1 event to choose the Hikari from your hand and summon it. So it bypasses the cost and the summoning condition, but you basically discard an extra card. And then when this is placed on stage from hand, it gains 2,000 power cross turn. And then at the beginning of the encore step, you can heal 1, and then it has an accelerate effect to refresh your deck. So you take a damage, but you basically get to reset your deck. So if you had run out of climaxes or something, you're able to get all back. Revue does have pay to refresh options, but I don't know if we have them in English. They're all PR cards, so that might be like one of the best ways to reset your deck if you really need to and you don't have access to the PRs. Okay, so let's see here. Anything too exciting to talk about? I think this reference is like an old Claudine. All right, so we got the early it's the early play. It's the double rare Kaoruko. So this is a 2 or less climax early play. It heals on play, and then if you have the My Own Shining Futaba, so it's the level 3 Futaba that the level 0, the the other Kaoruko, the one that you can search your deck for, right? So unfortunately we don't have the actual Futaba, but it's this Kaoruko. This one can search the Futaba and put it into memory, and then if you do have the Futaba in memory, this gets an additional 4,000 power during or just cross turn. Oh, this just gets 4,000 power? Wait, that's pretty good. It gets 4,000 power, and the ability when it direct attacks, you can stock a Revue character from your waiting room, which is like really strong, right? And it's like the Kakaitis effect, right? So yeah, I think this is kind of like the payoff to playing the Futaba and the level 0 Kaoruko package, and I think it's actually quite good. Oh, and then, haha, the best card in the set. This card is crazy. This card is like hands down the best card in the entire movie set. This is basically the reason why Revue can even be considered good. It is this Karin Aijo 2/1 back row. So first effect, it's just nice power to have when you play a Revue character, give it 1,000 power. The second effect is where the money's at. You can rest this card to look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and then rearrange them in any order. So that's just a crazy amount of information, right? You know exactly if they have any cancels coming up, where their climaxes are, and then you can set it up so that their climaxes can be on the very top so that they cancel like right off the top, and then they have a good chance of like taking a big chunk of damage. Or if you see like there's only one climax, right, then you know you can like put it at the very top, burn it off with like the 3/1 event, for example, right, the one that we talked about earlier. Burn off the climax, and then you know that the rest of the 2 cards on top of the deck is clean. Yeah, it's so good. And then if you see 3 climaxes, it's like, oh no, what do I do? You can just stock swap them. Now you know that guaranteed you hit 3 climaxes into their stock. So just the power of this card is ridiculous. And the best part is that you can play this in basically any deck, right? You can play this in a normal deck, or you can play this in standby this out at level 1, and then you have access to the top deck information even earlier. So definitely really, really powerful card. Yeah, really, really good. All right, anything too exciting here? This is believe it's a anti-change. Yes, anti-change counter. Nice that we got that, because the old anti-change counter from set 1 gave your opponent an extra stock, which was really that was rough. But now this one does not give your opponent an extra stock, and also I believe it it doesn't send into waiting room, but it is only just a pay 2, which is like really nice. All right, this is when it gets reversed, you can look at top 3 cards of your deck and then add a Revue. So it's like good deck speed, good mill option. At level 0, it's also like a pretty good yellow fix. If you do need yellow and like hand fix options and stuff like that, this Kaoruko is a pretty good option. All right, let's see if we can zoom through these. Ah, nice. Okay, we got part of the Hikarin package. This is the 2/1 Karin Aijo. Let's see if we can pull the double rares, because I would like to talk about the entire package together. So let's put this aside for now, after the second box, and then we can see if we can pull the other cards to talk about. There is a lot of like multi like combo, or like climaxes work on like multiple cards, which is like a really cool aspect of this set. It's something that I really enjoy, like when I'm building with this set, is that there's just a lot of ways you can mix and match and play like parts of packages or just like entire packages. Okay, enough of that. This Juna Nana level 1 combo is really powerful. So you might look at this card and be like, wow, only 2,000 base power? That's like so low, right? Well, the first effect gives it a lot of power. It gets 1,500 power for each of your Revue in your front row. So if you have a full front row, she jumps up immediately to 5,000 power, which is way more respectable. And that's cross turn. You also do know that she has a soul trigger. That's very, very strong. And the combo is with a choice. When you attack, you can choose one of the following effects. So if you don't have a full board, you can just choose a Revue in your waiting room and return to your hand. But if you do have a full board, you can do the same thing, and this card gets an additional 2,000 power. So that boosts it all the way up to 8,000 power without any additional support if you have a full board, which is like really powerful. And like a lot of the problems with the full board combos at level 1 is that, you know, if you have a really bad game, you don't get a full board. Oh no, you can't get any advantage off the combo. But this Nana actually just has another way to get advantage. You just salvage one, you don't get the power, but you can do that even without a full board. So definitely really, really strong Climax combo. This is probably one of the best Climax combos. Yeah, in like modern Weiss, right? Like a combo like this is just very powerful. All right, and this is a Claudine. The stage girl of Silver Screen Claudine Seisho is in your card. Which Claudine is that? I think that is a, if I remember correctly, that is a Claudine from set 1. So the early play condition for this Claudine, I believe, is from set 1. And it's also a top check X. So X is equal to the number of your other characters. You can look up to those numbers to grab a card. And then I believe, oh yeah, the last effect is really interesting because when it attacks, you can have the card lose 2 soul until the end of your opponent's, until the end of the turn, and then it gains 1,500 power until the end of your opponent's turn. So that's actually like a really interesting and kind of like high skill effect, because sometimes you do want to like do less damage at level 2 so you don't accidentally hit your opponent to level 3, and this Claudine has like a built-in way to do that, which is kind of interesting. So I think it's a pretty hard effect to use though. I just saw the foil, so I don't think that was an SP, but we can like kind of slowly reveal cards one by one until we get there. But yeah, I don't think I could even use effect like this like that well, because like the scenarios where it comes up is kind of rare. But okay, enough about that. What is this foil card? So it looks like it's the same kind of background as these, so which makes me think it's an SR. Oh, it's the Futaba. Nice. All right, this is the level 3 Futaba. It's the assist. And it also has a synergy with the Kuko Brainstorm from set 1, although you don't have to run it with that Brainstorm. You can just run it as an assist. I believe it also heals. Yeah, it's a 2k assist, heals. And if you do have the Kuko Brainstorm from the first set, you can rest this card, discard a card from your hand to salvage a Revue character. So it's like a kind of like an easy filter starting from when you get this card. And it's also like great in standby decks because, again, standby needs to have standby targets in waiting room, and also ways to filter because usually they don't have, their climax triggers don't interact with their hand that much. All right, this Nana I believe is a level 3 assist. Yes, the frontal 2k power to your level 3 characters in front, and it synergizes with a 3/2 Juna double rare that we have not pulled yet. So let's see if we can pull that out from the remainder of this box, so we can talk about those two together. All right, anything here that's interesting? All right, this is kind of interesting to talk about. Would like to, okay. Yeah, so this is, this Kagura works with a shot trigger, so not a lot of shot trigger support nowadays in Weiss, but this is one of them. When the shot climax is in your climax area, this card in all your zones gets the shot trigger icon. So when your opponent cancels the damage, they take a burn 1. And then I think the climax combo is if you have this, if you're attacking with this and you have a full board with the shot climax, your opponent burns 1. So kind of like the weird anti-synergy here is that you want these in your deck so that when you have the climax in play, so that they become shot triggers, but then the actual climax combo wants the cards on the board and a full board. So like you would want 3 of these on the board and a full board, which means that they're not going to be able to be in your deck to be shot triggers. So a little bit of anti-synergy, but like it's really cool. I like shot support a lot, so always nice to see cool support for like the older triggers and alternate triggers, All right, this Mahiru, I believe, is another assist. We have a lot of back row cards in this set. Kind of interesting. When you use Accelerate, you can, if you have 4 more cards in your clock, you can pay 1, and instead you can heal a card. So basically, it changes the cost of Accelerate to taking 1 damage to paying 1 stock, which is good. And then if you trigger a gold bar, you can discard one and grab a card from your clock and then clock yourself from the top deck. So pretty standard bar support. This is basically like bar, accelerate, support all in one card. So if you're going that direction, this card is definitely really good to play around. Gives you that support, which is really nice. All right, we got level 3 Nana. What is this? Do I remember this card? This has a twin drive effect and then heals the stock. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so kind of interesting. Twin drive, I'm trying to think if twin drive in this set. So twin drive is really strong usually, but because of events like the ripe tomato, which basically allows you to stack or to choose your own trigger, it kind of lowers the need of twin drive because you can always trigger what you need to trigger. Like with an event like that. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. But twin drive is still really good. Oh, nice. We got a double rare. This is the Karin Brainstormer. No, not the Karin. Hikari Brainstormer. And this is a Climax combo? Level 0. On attack, if you can pay 1, if you have 6 or less stock, you can look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 2 Revue, put them into your hand, or rest go to the waiting room. But this is pretty good. You pay 1, but you can add up to 2 cards, which is actually kind of nice. Yeah, level 0 Climax combos are a little hard to play around because you necessitate getting it really early in the game, which is like not all decks have the tools to get something that early. But sometimes they can be really good and really strong. I actually never tried. I might try this in the future. This is pretty good because it can give you a lot of hand. And then this Hikari Brainstorm, it is a salvage brainstorm. And then the first effect is during your turn, all your level 1 or higher characters in front of her get 500 power. So generally speaking, your brainstorm options are between this one and the Relive Misora Brainstorm, which is yellow, and when you use an act, you can assign 500 power somewhere. And generally, the choice between those two comes down to what color you need more. I think both brainstorm effects are roughly the same in terms of like the alternate effect giving additional power. The timing is a little bit different, but like not so different that you would prefer one over the other just based on that effect. You're really looking to see like, do you need more yellow, or if you don't need yellow, like do you need blue, and stuff like that. All right, so we're still missing the Claudine combo, so we can't really talk about that. We're missing the Juna level 3 combo, so we can't really talk about that yet either. And we're missing the other half of the Karin package, which is the level 3 combo. So hopefully we can pull some of those. I believe the Hikari is a rare, actually. Kind of crazy that we didn't pull the Hikari, because I know the Karin is a double rare for sure. I think the Hikari is a rare for the level 3 package. All right, this is a 1125 backup. This is a reprint of the 11 Nana backup from the Revue trial deck, the first one. This was actually the first time 11 backups that were vanilla got boosted to 2500 power. Before this, 11 backups were actually 2000 power. That's crazy. And now they're 2,500 and still relatively not being played, with the exception of Tokyo Revengers. Tokyo Revengers played their vanilla 1-1 backup, which was really cool. All right, so let's put this one like this so we have them like running over there. All right, let's see if we can pull some new cards to talk about. All right, that is a new card. This is the level 3 Mahiru combo. This, I believe, is a clock kick. Yes, when it reverses a battle opponent with a climax in play, you can pay 1 to put that character into your opponent's clock. And you also get to look at the top card of your opponent's deck and either leave it there or send it to the bottom of their deck. So it allows you to like, kind of manipulate their climaxes if they have one on top. Otherwise, I believe this doesn't have... it has a heal effect, and then it has an effect that prevents your opponents from moving to another position across from her. I feel like there was a way to get this out early, but maybe I was getting that mixed up with the Karin. Not the Karin, the Hikari that comes out early with the event. Oh, we got another double rare, which is the Kaoruko. And then we got the rare version of the Futaba, so you can see kind of the art. This is the rare, and this is the super rare. But yeah, I think the Mahiru is it's interesting because Clock Kick is really strong, but I think the cost might be a little too high for a card like that to be seen nowadays. And also, generally speaking, not only do cards nowadays have to worry about like running effects, so it's good that she prevents characters from running, but you also have to be worried about effects that bounce characters back into their hand. And this set actually has an effect that is really powerful that does bounce a card back to your hand. And hopefully we can pull it. It is not. I don't even think it's a rare. I think it's an uncommon. It's such a good effect. So hopefully we can find it. Actually, it might be a rare. All right, this is a Claudine Brainstorm. Oh, I forgot. This Brainstorm is also really good. You basically have a good Brainstorm to use in every color. Sorry, not this one. This one. Right, so this is a blue Brainstorm that you can use, and then this is a red Brainstorm you can use. So your center character gets 500, and then it's just a salvage Brainstorm. So yeah, basically your choice of Brainstorm comes down to what color you need rather than what effect you need, right? You have a good salvage Brainstorm in 3 of the 4 colors, and I think I actually don't even remember. Does green have a Brainstorm? I cannot remember. But yeah, there's good Brainstorms in 3 of the 4 colors, so you should be fine when building Revue. Very flexible. It's really nice to not have to like play a specific card and be able to color fix. All right, we got our 3rd foil out of 4. This is Maya. This is actually a Maya we haven't pulled yet, and it's not in this pack, so let's talk about it. This is a Fukajiro effect. So when the card gets sent from stage to waiting room, you can discard a card, look at up to top 4 of your deck for a level 1 or higher card. So it doesn't have to be a character, and then you can add that to your hand. The first effect is also really good. On play, you can optionally, if you want to, mill the top card of your deck, and if you do, and the card that you milled has a soul trigger, you can give one of your other characters +1 soul. So it's nice and aggressive. Good for the decks that run a lot of soul triggers. And by itself, it can mill up to 5 cards with the on-play and on-death effect. And always great to have a card that can do that much deck speed that quickly. So that's really nice. Let's see here. Anything? Ooh! We pulled another foil, and that is all the foils in our boxes. This is, it's an SR. Okay. Kind of an interesting looking foil. This is a drop salvage, so on play you can pay 1, discard a card to salvage a Revue from your waiting room, and then you can also give 1000 power like most modern drop salvage effects do. And this is also a cost 0 stock bomb, so when it gets reversed, if the battling opponent is a cost 0 or lower character, you can send that character to stock, and then they pay out the bottom card of their stock. So we have our full set of foils. Unfortunately, no spectacle or SP or secret in these 2 boxes, but that's perfectly fine. I really like the normal SP arts, or the SR arts. I should pick these up in JP, actually. All right, this is a 1-0 Juna. This does reference a Legacy Brainstorm, which is the double rare Brainstorm from set 1, my very own star Juna Hoshimi. If you have that Brainstorm in play, this card gains 3000 power additionally, and when it reverses a battling opponent, you can send that character to clock. So it's like a pretty good a 1-0 beater. If you have that Brainstorm, that also has hard removal kind of built in. So it's pretty good if you choose to use that Brainstorm. That Brainstorm is a search Brainstorm, and all the Brainstorms in this set, I believe, are salvage Brainstorm. So if you do find yourself in a situation where you want search Brainstorm, then this is a pretty good option for you as a level 1 beater. We keep pulling this Claudine, but not the other one. Very interesting. Okay, so you got the 3-2 Hikari. I was right, it was a rare. So this is part of this package, but we're still missing the level 3 Karin, which is a double rare, and we still have a bunch of double rares in this box. So hopefully we can pull one of those double rares, and then we can talk about the entire package together. All right, pulled another Kuko. And this is the Karin. The Karin Climax. So I'm just gonna slowly set aside all the package pieces, and we can try to talk about all of them together. Let's see here. Anything interesting? Oh, we got a double rare. That is the Futaba Runner. It's pretty good, but unfortunately not the right one. Oh, this is what it was. Okay, I remember now. I was pretty sure there was like a synergy with the 3-2. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, this is what it was. It was the 2-1 Hikari combo. The Hikari combo, if you play the Co-Star Revue, you can search your deck for this level 3 Mahiru, and then add it to your hand, and then you can blind stock one. That's what it was. It wasn't an early summon. It was a level 2 that could search it with a Climax combo. And I believe Co-Star Revue is the same as the level 1. So like this whole package is like super interesting because it's like a level 1 advantage combo. Yeah, it's these two. It's like a level 1 advantage combo into a level 2 advantage combo. But then the level 2 advantage combo requires you to play the level 3, and then the level 3 is on a different gold bar. So that deck kind of builds itself, like level 1 bar, level 2 on the same level 1 bar, and then the level 3. The level 2 grabs the level 3, and the level 3 is on a different bar. So it's like a very easy to build 8-bar deck. Kind of like hold your hand through that whole building process. Very cool. And I believe since the level 1 runs Accelerate, you do also play some of the Accelerate support cards. Like you can play the 1/1 Mahiru. That basically supports everything that you're doing in that deck, which is really cool. Alright, anything on the close? We pull another Karin. We've seen that card already. Oh man. Let's see here. Anything in this pack? Oh, another Nana, so we've already seen that card as well, and a Futaba combo. We're pulling a lot of dupes right now. Pretty interesting. Wow, I don't even see the 2/1 Mahiru counter, which is the counter I really like, and I was just kind of excited to talk about, but haven't seen it yet. Oh man, where is it? All right, 3/1 event. Move it over here. The Karuko, we've seen that already. We even pulled the SR version. All right, 2 packs left. Can we pull a card to talk about? So I think we're still missing a double rare, and either of the double rares I believe will be the ones that we can talk about if we pull a new one. So that'd be really cool. Can we pull a new double rare? That is not a new double rare. That is just a rare. All right, 2 more packs. I miscounted. I thought there was only 1 left, but they were stacked really close on top of each other. All right, anything in the close here? Oh, it's a double rare, but it's a Riki. We do see, oh, okay, this is a new card. We can talk about this rare. Is that all the double rares? No, I think we're missing 1. Okay, last pack should have a double rare. All right, this Karuko rare is a Climax combo with, I believe it's with a gold bar. Oh, no, sorry, not gold bar. What am I saying? It's with the choice. And then it's on play, top check 3, add 1. And then the Climax combo is on Climax placement, pay 2, ditch 2, and then burn 1, burn 2. So the hard part definitely is Climax placement, which means that if you triple Karuko combo, you need 12 stock because you need to pay 3 for the 3 Karukos that you're playing, and then pay 6 for the 3 Karukos, and then you have to pay an additional 6 when you play the Climax. You don't even get to use like the stock generated from the attacks. And you also have to ditch a bunch of cards, right? Because it's like ditch 2 for each on placement, so you can't even use like stuff that you trigger like choices or doors or whatever to grab cards back to ditch. But the effect is very strong. Burn 1, burn 2, just without any questions asked is very good. And so one way that you can kind of make this deck work is you play it with the standby combo from this set, right? So if you standby out a Karuko, that saves you 2 stock that you would otherwise need to play it from your hand. It doesn't necessarily help you with the hand because the Karukos do replace themselves when you play them from your hand, so you're not actually saving yourself a hand, but it is saving you 2 stock, which does make it a lot easier to do triple Karuko combo. Okay, oh no. We pulled another double rare that we already had, Hikari Brainstormer. So we are missing a few double rares that are important to talk about. And we're missing this one. This is rare, I think. Did we seriously not pull the Claudine Climax combo? That's kind of wild. Yeah, I don't see it here. Wow. Yeah, okay, let me go see if we can find some of the cards that we have not pulled that I would like to talk about and go and grab that real quick. Alright, we're back. So after doing a bit of review, I've noticed that we pulled in the 2 boxes the exact same double rares, the exact same 5 double rares in both boxes. So that means there's 5 more double rares that we did not pull that we should definitely show off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Starting with the level 1 Hikari Kagura combo. This Climax combos with a pants, and I'm not gonna pull it out, but It's just a very normal Maguro combo on attack, top tick up to 4 for a Revue character, and it also gets 500 for each of your other Revue characters during your turn, so full board 6/5 power. It's very standard combo, very consistent, high floor, low ceiling kind of deal. I actually quite like it because of the deck speed, but the Nana combo is better if you don't need to mill through your deck as vigorously at level 1. Next, we have the Maya and Claudine double rares. Kind of crazy we didn't pull either of these. So they kind of work together. The Claudine is generic, but is best played alongside the Maya. So let's start with the Maya. The Maya is a Climax combo. It's a healer, and then the Climax combo is when it attacks, you can pay 1 and give one of your characters, it can be itself, but usually you can choose any character, gives it 4,500 power and the following ability. Once per turn, if that character trigger checks a soul trigger, you can deal 1 damage to your opponent 2 times. And so that's quite powerful. Obviously, if you have 3 of the Mayas, you can stack all 3 of these effects onto one Maya, but that Maya only has 1 chance to trigger check. And if that does not trigger check the soul trigger, then this combo does nothing. So a lot of risk reward in that situation, which is why an event like the let's see if I can pull it out, like the ripe apple event, right? That event is so powerful in this deck because you can give one of your Mayas the ability to, when attacks, not just trigger, but choose between the top 2 cards of the deck, choose which trigger to trigger, and basically doubles your chances of getting a soul trigger. You can also stack all the effects on something like the level 3, what is it called? The level 3 Nana with the twin drive, right? And then that also has twice the chances of triggering a soul trigger. Or you could give it to the Claudine. Now the Claudine is, not necessarily, yeah, you can give it to Claudine, and what the Claudine allows you to do is when it's played, you can draw 1 card and then look up to 3 cards from the top of your deck and then rearrange them and put them all back in any order you want. So when you play the Claudine, you can look at basically what your next 3 triggers are going to be, and you can basically then stack the one with the soul trigger at the 3rd attack, and then you can put all the effects from the Maya onto your 3rd attacker, and that 3rd attacker is basically guaranteed to trigger a soul trigger. Now the reason why you would probably put it on the Claudine is because seems kind of difficult to have all the resources to play triple Maya and a Claudine and have the stock for the on attack effect. And the Claudine also has a on reverse effect. When it reverses a battle opponent, you can pay 2, discard 2 to deal 3 damage. So the power that the Maya gives can help the Claudine secure a reverse against basically any opponent, right? If you stack both 2 Maya effects on Claudine, Claudine gets 9,000 power on top of its on attack plus 3,000 power, so it'll swing for 21,000 power, basically killing just about everything. And then you being able to use the on reverse effect to also do additional burn on top of the burns gifted from the Maya. So yeah, really cool package, pretty strong. I think this deck is really interesting, really fun to play around, and it's also kind of like a counterpart to their level 1 package. Oh, sorry, they're set 1 package, because the set 1 package, the Claudine is the one that's like supporting the Maya, and then in the movie, right, the Maya is the one supporting the Claudine. So you got a bit of this role reversal. Really cool. I love it. All right, now before we jump to the remaining double rares, let's talk about the 1 rare package we weren't able to pull. How did we not pull this rare package? It's crazy. Okay, this is the Claudine Seisho Rival Climax combo with the 2 soul. Nice to have 2 soul combos at level 1. That's definitely, we're gonna get a lot more of those upcoming too, so it'll be really fun. So let's start with the changer. Actually, no, let's start with the rival. Okay, so this Climax combo is when you place the Climax, this 2 soul, you can either search your deck for the Claudine or search your waiting room for the Devil's Sweet Talk Claudine and return those to your hand. That's kind of like the whole combo. And then presumably on defense, since it's just base, it'll get reversed and go to the waiting room, right? So once it gets sent to the waiting room, then on your following turn, you play the Devil's Sweet Talk Claudine Seisho. And this card has a change effect. So when it's just add an auto effect. So at the beginning of your climax phase, you can send this from stage to waiting room to reborn the rival Claudine Seisho from your waiting room that is there from the previous turn. Then when you play the climax, you can grab these back from the waiting room or search your deck for more copies of these and just loop it all over again. So basically, it's like 8 copies of your level 1 climax combo, and the climax combo does search the other changers for the combo. The changer also has a way to change the bottom card of your clock and a Revue character in your waiting room. So like if the Claudines get stuck in the bottom of your clock, you can kind of get them out, or you can set up your clock for like certain colors or early play conditions or stuff like that. So this Claudine also helps with that. All right, so that's this package. Let's put these aside. All right, moving on to the Juna and the Nana package from the movie set. So this one is featuring the level 3 Green Glow Juna Hoshimi. It is a early play. If you have 4 or more Revue characters, gains 1,000 for each marker under this card. When it attacks, you can choose a character in your waiting room to get as a marker. So this is basically for some of our Weiss veterans out there. This is Vivid Strike. Yes, the JP set Vivid Strike. Very similar to the Fuka from Vivid Strike. While the Fuka gets markers from the top card of the deck, the Juna will get markers from the waiting room, which means that she can guarantee those markers be clean. And the Climax combo is very similar to the Fuka. On attack with the Climax, you can pay to put all markers under this card into the waiting room. At the end of the attack, you pay the cost. If you do, burn 1 damage for each marker sent. Right, so very much like the Fuka. I believe the Fuka's on attack. This one is at the end of attack. But yeah, very, very cool kind of combo. Fuka, when it was meta relevant in JP, was one of the best, if not the best in the game. However, of course, things have changed since then. And now it's a lot easier to do stuff like bounce characters and, you know, like do other ways to get rid of the Juna so that it loses all its markers. So that's one thing you have to be really careful of. There is no way to give the Juna hexproof as of yet. That would definitely make the Juna a lot more scary and a lot more playable. There is this Nana though. The Nana does support the Juna quite a bit. It is a level 3 assist, and the act effect is really good. So you can tap this to choose one of your Green Glow Junas, give it 1500 power, and if there are no markers under that character, you can marker a Revue character face up just on act, right? So I think one of the problems with this kind of card and with Fuka back in Revue Strike was that the turn that you play Fuka, she has no markers, right? So like even if you were to use the Climax, then you basically you don't get any value for having it because it hasn't like ramped up yet, right? This Nana basically allows you to auto ramp 1 marker for a Juna for each Nana that you can rest, and that basically just gets you started immediately, and it allows you to burn, I believe, yeah, it allows you to burn 2 on any fresh Juna that you play, right? So like let's say you have a Juna that you had a lot of markers under, and then you played a new Juna, you can tap the Nana, give that new Juna a marker. When that Juna attacks, it gets another marker. And then if you have the Climax combo, you can just pay 2, sack 2 markers, burn 1, burn 1 on the turn that you played a fresh Juna, right? And that speed is really what allows this deck to have a lot of teeth in the current metagame. And it's a big improvement from something like Vivid Strike way back when that was playable. All right, and the last package that we want to talk about is the Hikari level 3 packages. It's a 5-card package. All of these cards kind of refer to each other in some way, shape, or form. Let's start with the level 2 combo. So they all combo with this Climax, I Am Reborn. Now this is a level 3 killer, so when it attacks level 3 or higher, it gains 6,000 power. And when it attacks, if I Am Reborn is Climax, you can choose a Revue in your waiting room, put it to stock, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a Revue character or this 3/1 Train of the Reborn event, you can add it to your hand. So the only times you miss will be on climaxes or other events, but you probably would not play other events in a deck featuring these characters, so it would just be climaxes, which means that you're either getting a card back from the door or you're triggering the climax trigger of the other card, probably like either a choice or a pants. So you're getting advantage somehow no matter what, and you're also getting a guaranteed clean stock from your waiting room, which is really good. Helps you set up basically for your level 3 game, and also transitions really nicely because because it's on the same Climax. So you can so like for example, you can play this Climax combo, then when you add the 3/1 event, you can on the following turn play the 3/1, get the Climax back, and so you have it for your level 3 combo. The level 3 combo, so let's start with the this Karin first. So this Karin is a healer. When it gets placed on stage from hand or by this card's effect. And then the Climax combo effect, on attack, you pay 1, ditch 1. Then you can do one of 2 effects. You can either burn 2, or you can look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck, choose any cards in there that you want, send them to the waiting room, your opponent shuffles, and then this card gains 3,000 power. So it's not as good as a Mocha, where a Mocha, like if it sees 2 clean cards, it just puts them back on top. The Karin does require your opponent to shuffle afterwards, so it gets to check that 3rd card. It's more like the Sengoku Basara, or like, I don't even know if there's like a term for this. We don't call it Mocha, right? But if you do know that the top 3 cards of their deck has at least 2 climaxes, then that effect is way better than just burning, because burning is only going to get rid of 1 climax, whereas the top 3 send all the climaxes away, is going to get rid of more. And the way you verify that is obviously with the really, really good 2-1 Karin back row that allows you to see what your opponent is up to, or what their deck is up to, quite literally. And so that synergy is really spectacular. And then the reunion, Hikari Kagura, is on play. You can search your deck for a review, and then on attack, or sorry, at the end of, no, it is on attack, yeah. On attack, pay 3, ditch 1, send this 2-1 Karin to the waiting room from stage. So you need this 2-1 Karin on stage. You send this one to the waiting room, and then you summon out this level 3 from your waiting room to the same stage position. So basically, it sneaks out an extra attack by basically upgrading this Karin to this Karin, right? And then this new Karin, because it has a Climax combo, you can actually use both Karin's Climax combo. You can attack with this one, since it has the Climax in play, you can get the stock and the extra hand, and then when you summon this Karin, you can use that stock and the extra hand that you got from this combo to pay for the cost of this combo. So really cool way to get an extra attack while like getting some resources. It basically lowers the amount of resources you need for the final turn combo by a lot, while still allowing you to, it's basically the same amount of damage as triple Karin combo, but it's like way more flexible and it's way more interesting. So that's the whole package here. That's the Hikarin package with the event and the Climax. So yeah, very cool. And as a last bit of kind of showcase, we're gonna showcase off some of the SPs that we've been able to pull here at Tressa's Collectibles that will be available for purchase, I believe. Yeah. So this is the Karuko Hanayagi SP. You can see, compared to the actual double rare, the art is way more zoomed out. You can see basically the entire body has a really nice floral pattern on the back, and it has the signature of, this would be Ito Ayasa, who is also the voice actress for Arisa from Bang Dream. So very cool sign here. Something about, she's just probably complaining about Futaba or something. All right, the next one, we're gonna show off the Futaba. As you can see, also a very zoomed out version of the double rare art. Again, a nice full body shot. Very cool. With the sakura petals in the background highlighted and the signature. Very nice looking. Very, very cool. All right, and the last one we got is the Mahiru. So the Mahiru is quite different from these. And, I mean, you can even see that the double rare is also quite different, right? It has the really gold yellow background, right? So the Mahiru is a zoomed out version, full body shot, but it's got the gold, right? It's like gold on gold. It looks really nice. I really like, honestly, the gold with the green accent is like, it looks really spectacular. She also has like a nice gold outline on the art, which is really cool. Yeah, and the character sign as well. Very, very nice. All right, and that does it for the box opening for Revue Starlight movie set. This is really, honestly, something that is really exciting for Revue fans of the anime and the movie, and also just the entire franchise, because this is finally bringing Revue Starlight back into kind of like modern playability. And it just feels so good to be able to play not only with these new cards, but also with a lot of the older cards that this set supports. Just being able to play with all of them, again, is really fun. So yeah, I would highly recommend this if you are a big fan of Revue. You can check out kind of like all these really cool throwback effects. And what we do have upcoming on this channel is a bunch of gameplay videos featuring what we believe to be some of the better Revue Starlight builds that are both fun and also competitive, and we'll be putting them up against some of the modern metagame threats to just see how well they perform, so you guys can go ahead and check that out on this channel. Yeah, alright, well, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Please look forward to more review content in our review block coming up. And that's it for me. I'll be signing off. See you guys next time.